oil-rich city of Warri has produced Nigeria's best comedians, and we are here today for Green Angle. We'll be talking to a group that is called Clean Up Warri to find out how they are working so hard to keep the city sane, clean, and very happy, because they make us happy in Nigeria. This is Green Angle, the show that explores the environment we live in and the ecological problems we face while appropriating sustainable solutions. I am Ugochi Oluibo, and we are in area Warri to talk to Collins and his friends who are in charge of Clean Up Warri. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so tell us, what's the idea behind, what motivated you to start the initiative Clean Up Warri?
All right, the initiative Clean Up Warri, Clean Warri was born from a group of us that wants to give this city a better image, a new name. Over time, we've heard about terrible things that comes out about Warri, but we are more than all of those things. So, and we've known that if we don't take steps to make Warri better, nobody's going to do it for us. So we came together, under 40 young people that are doing various kind of business, photographer, lawyers, shop owners, and we said, what can we do for this city that will now start changing the image and the impression that people already have about our city? And we said, okay, one of the challenges that we've seen in this city is that the city is dirty. Let's tackle this dirtiness challenge that we have in this city. And that was how Clean Warri was born. And for less than 8 months now that we've been operational, we've been going to strategic places to clean up the cities. We've gone to various locations. We did a major cleanup last Saturday. Aside going to do cleanup, because one thing that we've noticed, after cleaning the environment, you go back in 2 months' time, it has gone back to the other state, and that is really, really sad. So we say, okay, the challenge is sensitization. These people need to be aware. People that stay in the environment need to be aware that this cleanup is their responsibility. And we have been going to schools because we need to let the children be aware that they also have roles to play. So we're going to secondary school, tertiary institutions, and we are planning a 5,000 man march. We'll
talk about the 5,000 man march later. But let's talk about the oil dirt from oil exploration in Delta states. We know that's a huge problem. We understand the problem of solid waste, but this is waste from oil pollution. Can we ever clean that up?
Yes. I won't say that there is an impossibility in anything. I believe that we can clean that up. Now, the reasons why we have a lot of this oil waste around is because I think the management of these multinationals are not following through with their policy to the latter stage. Because I know that they have environmental policy in all of these big organizations, but the people that are in charge of managing this policy, are they following through? Is there a monitoring team? Because you could see a big a company's vessel, and that company vessel is on this highway and is littering. There should be a monitoring system. If our local transportation, if I'm going to Lagos, often there's a place where the buses stop and somebody will come and say, oh, how is the driver doing? Is there a system, a follow-up system for the oil waste? Because it's affecting our aquatic lives. The fishes and on the sea is being affected. So I will suggest, I think that there should be a proper monitoring system and an enforcement. Because if there is no heavy weight, no hammer is hitting on these corporations or organizations that are in charge of exploration, then they will just feel that, well, after all, nobody will shout for us. So
and the air, gas flaring, we cannot clean up the air, can we?
We can do something about it. If we can manage it. We can manage it. For example, now we have our refinery. It's flaring. It's constantly flaring. The gas flaring is always out. We can manage it. Now let's not just talk about the big corporations. What about keke and cars? Sometimes I see major companies and their trucks on the road and it's spitting out air. I think the police should arrest those kind of people.
They should, right?
The police should arrest those kind of unworthy vehicles that ply the road. So the air pollution, it is affecting everybody. It's even reducing our age limit or life expectancy. So I think that there can be something that can be done. We can manage these situations. We can do something about it. There should be stringent enforcement. There should be stringent penalty for people that are responsible. Yes, we know that we don't have a means of recording these things, but trust me, sometimes when I'm on the road, I'm applying the road, you see one kind of car. the emission from the car. These are things that we can manage.
Okay.
These are things that we can manage.
Okay. Let's talk about the reception so far. Have people been receptive to this idea of cleaning up Warri, or are they saying, you're wasting your time? We're not interested in this, just want to eat food. We're hungry, we want food.
Yes. People are receptive, people and some are not receptive. We can't get a whole 100%, but trust me, the guy that just came to join us is a keke driver.
Yeah, he volunteered.
So he volunteered. And we are also getting volunteers. But some people have this thought that they don't pay them to do what they do. They don't pay them to do what they do. So they feel that we have collected money. Some people who want to say, I beg money, go. I don't collect money for this thing. Some people are receptive, but trust me, we have a good number of people that are receptive. Some don't have time to join us for clean up, but in any way that they can support, they have been trying to support. They have been trying to support. So it has been wonderful because a lot of people knows that even if the government is not doing anything, the government is trying on their own. Our only question is doing its best. If the government is trying on their own to give back, but they know that the bulk of the work rests on them.
The citizens. Now, I know in many states they have cleanup days.
Okay.
In Aba, where I was born and where I was raised, it's called Keep Aba Clean. It used to be called Keep Aba Clean.
Okay.
But in Lagos State recently, they stopped it. You know, they said we shouldn't have a specific day where we lock people in for cleanup.
Yeah.
How does that work in Delta State, Warri specifically?
We have every last Saturdays in Warri, we call it Environmental Sanitation Days. And that's the day that we as Clean Warri team, is the day that we have chosen to maximize, because from 7 to 10 o'clock is for cleanup. You come out and do a domestic cleanup within your environment. So even movement is restricted on that day. That's how it works in Warri. So every last Saturday in Warri, there is a major cleanup in our city. Every last Saturday. So and on those days we target it and we get a lot of numbers of people to come out and join us. So every last Saturday in Warri is always environmental sanitation, and there are always Peace Corps member, some enforcement people that come out to try to restrict movement, so that anybody they see on the road in between those times, sometimes they compel them to join us to work.
Let's do some work and then we'll talk more later.
Thank you very much.
This is Green Angle. Let's do some cleanup in Warri. So what do you do with the trash when you're done?
Yes, I got your text about somebody. There is a recycle hub, someone that is doing all those recycling.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, because we have plans to get deeper into, in fact, the dream is to find a way to create jobs through all of this. Because collaboration with something that we're trying to do through this Clean Warri thing. So for the now, we are just dumping. But we have somebody now that collects plastic waste, carton waste. So we are looking for, we are already finding there's because it's a recycle hub. So we drop it there and he selects them, and he has some way that he does them, but it's not complete trash now.
Okay, because we know in Lagos, recycling companies are springing up every day.
Yes.
You know, what is it like here in Warri?
Like I said, now I think we
just
have
one person.
One person that I know of that even buys pure water trash, buys them and does something with them.
So we should challenge people. We're challenging you, if you're in Warri, to start your own recycling company, no matter how small, recycling business. Let us know if you start something like that. On Green Angle, we'll showcase you and your work. We need to clean up Nigeria, right? We need to keep the world cleaner.
Safer, sustainable, beautiful, and healthy for everybody.
Okay, let's keep working. We have so much to do. Well, how many were you when you started, and how many are you now?
The core team that we started, we were like 20, but you know how these things work. A few people show commitment, but we have volunteers that are coming out, and it keeps increasing, So we have a lot of volunteers. Let's say the last time that we did clean up, we had over 120 people come out to volunteer.
Wow. So Paul, how long have you been part of this project?
Okay, I think I saw the group in the first quarter of the year, and I was surprised that we have people who are actually thinking towards this direction. something I've been concerned about for a long time, so I quickly just jumped on it. And that's March till now, so we are only together now.
Since March? So what has been your perception? Are you enjoying this? Do you want to keep doing this? And what do you think is the future of this project?
Well, cleanliness, for me, to be a culture. Nobody tells me when I'm hungry that I need to eat. So I think that's how we should equally see keeping the environment clean. Nobody should tell you, don't dump this here. Don't urinate on the, just where we're here, saw somebody who was urinating there. It's disgusting to see this kind of thing. So I think it's a long project that we'll continue to work on. It's not something that you do for one day and say you're done. We keep sensitizing people. I think Colin would have told you about what we're planning for 2nd of October, to raise awareness for the need for people to keep the environment.
Okay.
So for the future, well, I think we are going to be able to achieve our objective. We're going to work with governments, both in local government and state government, to see how we can enforce environmental law. There are actually laws that forbid people from dumping refuse anywhere, but enforcement has been the challenge. So we are working out a framework that we can discuss with them and see how we can enforce.
For those urinating on the roadside, by the roadside, when you ask them, they'll tell you, well, there's no provision for a public toilet for me. I mean, I can do it. Yeah. There's no public toilet, but in my mind, I know I just cannot do it.
This rare sea of clouds flowing down a mountain peak like a waterfall created a spectacular scene in central China's Hubei province recently. The post-rain sea of clouds descended from the mountain peak and poured down like a magnificent waterfall amid valleys at a tourist spot in Shennongjia. Sea of Clouds is a landmark scenery here, but waterfall ones are not often seen.
Bit by bit, we would make Warri cleaner, greener,
better, sustainable, and more healthy for everybody.
Healthy for everybody, very important. And that's our program for today. We are still in Warri, beautiful oil-rich Warri, and we're trying to clean up and talk to young people who are doing something about their environment. Thank you so much for your time, and what do we say?
Welcome to Warri Green Angle.
Well, area.
Hey.
Area. We know they take class, no? Can I say their father?
Their father is allowed.
Thank you for your time. I am Ugochi Olivo. Bye now.